Hey guys, so it is time for another tutorial, and this is basically the look that I came up with. It's kind of glam, it's kind of purpley, a little bit different than like all those earth tones that I normally do. And the best part is that it really took me about 30 minutes, actually a little bit less. And if I hadn't been filming, it would have probably taken me about 20, 25. So I'm going to kind of just fast forward through the skin stuff. You guys know I prepped the skin, and now I'm going in with MAC Cosmetics Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm just kind of using my ring finger, which I kind of prefer, smoothing it over the eyelid, and I'm going in with this wonderful palette that I recently got from Camera Ready Cosmetics. Oh my gosh, best purchase that I've done in a long time. Like sometimes I buy palettes and then I don't really use them, but this one, like I've already gotten like my money's worth and I've only had it for a week. That's how much I've used it. So I'm really just setting up the crease with that petal color like I showed you. And then I'm going in with that slightly darker brown color called Noisette. And I have to be really careful with my eyes because they're very deep set. So when I set up that crease, it's really easy for me to sort of like have a little mishap, and then there's like a little blank spot in that deep crease, if you know what I mean. So I have to really make sure that I take extra time to blend in. But if you don't have a deep crease like me, it's probably going to be a little bit easier to set up. So now I'm going in with that purpley color, as you saw, called Blackberry, perfect name for the color. I felt like it looked kind of red on camera, but in person, it's definitely like a berry purple. And I'm kind of just going in and I'm smoothing it. And then this is where I think that people sometimes like maybe give up, or they think that, oh my gosh, it's not coming together. But what you have to do is really, really blend and blend and blend. But you don't want to overblend all the colors so that you end up with one like muddy color on your lid. I say you blend in sort of like a parameter that's going to go about a third into your eye. That's what works for me anyway, and that way I get the blend, but it doesn't sort of just turn it into a wash of color, because that's not what we're going for. So I'm just doing the brows like I always do. This is that Maybelline pencil that I love. And I'll sometimes do the brows first, or then I'll like start the shadow and then I'll be like, you know what? I need a frame. And that's what happened here. So pretty much my brow go-to is I do the pencil and then I'll go in with a little bit of brow powder. I also got this this VISEART brow set the same time I got the eyeshadow palette, and I have to say it's really good, and I'm going to be really using it in my kit primarily, or pretty much exclusively. But I feel like it sort of filled the gap where I felt like, I don't know, I didn't have like the right brow products, and now I feel like really armed and ready for whatever comes at my way. So I need to play a little catch up. I just took that shimmery purple color. This is a MAC Extra Dimension color that is no longer available. It doesn't matter though. You just find a shimmery purple and you place it on your lid with your ring finger and it's gonna look great. And it can be really shimmery champagne too, would look really nice with this. As you can see, I'm just taking this really soft, dark, very black eye pencil, and I'm kind of just nudging it into the upper lash line and then underneath the lash line, so it's like a nice band of black, no lash gap, hate the lash gap. And then I'm taking this skinny brush and I'm dipping it in the black and the charcoal colors in the VISEART palette, and I'm just kind of smoothing it. And that way, like if your line is not perfect, it doesn't matter, because you're gonna go over it in shadow and you're gonna like smooth it out, and then it's gonna be really long wearing. So I took a little bit of the Crystalline and I patted that on the inner corner of the eye. And now I'm just going in and I'm doing a little like zhuzhing and perfecting. I fast forwarded through, or I pretty much didn't even show you the second eye because you saw it already. But I took a little eye cream and I cleaned up underneath, which is really my way of cleaning up. That's my favorite way to clean up under the eyes. That way you're getting sort of like two for the price of one. You get a cleanup and then you get a little eye cream. And I'm just going back on that second side and I'm doing the charcoal, and then it's called Elk. It's like a black and a dark gray. So now you have the top part of the eyes done, but we're going to do the bottom part after we do the foundation. So this is one of my favorite foundations. This is the Vanish Stick Foundation, and then a little Tarte Shape Tape. If you are like my age, 35, 40, 45, whatever the case may be, you can use Shape Tape. You can use Shape Tape. You just have to be sparing with it, and you have to have well moisturized under eyes. And then it's a fantastic, fantastic concealer, and you need a very small amount. Look how much brightness it added, and I just used a little tap tap. What I do find is I have to be careful not to push it away, because when you go in to blend with your brush or your sponge, it is really easy to just push it away. And then it's like, what's the point? You're just waste of time, waste of product. So just make sure that you kind of like almost like stipple and pat rather than like brush it away. So I'm going in with a second color because I got a couple colors when I bought this foundation, and it was a great idea because now I have like a cream contour in the foundation, and it's so blendable. It works perfectly as a cream contour. I love this foundation. I would totally purchase it again. Probably won't go out of it for a long time because I have so many foundations, but it's fantastic. I do want to use it up before it gets too old, obviously. Usually like 18 months I think would be safe. Pretty self-explanatory what's happening. I just patted a little powder under the eyes, and now I'm going in and I'm bronzing. The KEVYN Neo Bronzer is really nice. I think it's actually going to be better for me after the summer because I'm a little bit tan now, and I'm like, I think I need the darker color. And then I'm going in with this Wonder Beauty cheek palette that I got from my BoxyCharm. And it's sort of like this like summery peachy color. And then what I'm also doing is I put it into the crease of the eye. I do that a lot. Like whatever blush I put on my cheek, I kind of zhuzh into the crease, and I just feel like it pulls it all together. I'm going in with the same blackberry color under the eye. I love this brush from MAC because it's like small, but it's also very soft and bendable, so it won't feel like you're scratching under your eye. And then I want to go in, I just want to make sure I'm super tight lined with the black eyeliner. So the easiest way is just to close your eyes and like run the pencil on the inner rim, and it kind of does it for you. And then what I also did is sometimes the black is a little too much, so I'll go over it with brown. It's very subtle, and most normal people probably wouldn't notice it, but it just sort of like, I don't know, it does something that I like, so I do it. And then a little bit of this highlighter that I really enjoy. And then you guys, I'm going to be honest, the foundation shade, honestly, it's probably about a shade too light for me in the summer. So I went in with a little bit of extra bronzer just to deepen it up. It's a little bit dark. I mean, it's a little bit light. So I probably needed to add a little bit more of the warm beige. Sorry guys, so I had to turn off my Alexa timer. Anyway, I'm just finishing touches. So what I was saying is that this foundation is probably a little too light, so I went in with a little extra bronzer to cheat it. I think in retrospect, I should have just used a little more of the warm beige with it, and I think I would have been fine. And then just like lots of mascara, and then more mascara, and then more mascara. I threw on a little Charlotte Tilbury lip, and that's pretty much it, you guys. When in doubt, add more mascara. That's going to be my piece of advice for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think of this one. Bye.